You know, I think we're live. I mean, you just never know. Not in this freaking world. Literally, YouTube is just like, something has gone wrong. Please try again. But I'm using this mic right now, so it might be a little desynced from my pie hole. Because it's meant to be matched up with this camera over here. So it's got a delay to it. I do have a giant fan on. Hey, look! YouTube actually worked. It functioned the way it kind of was supposed to. Which is ridiculously and never ever ever happens. So I need a way to monitor chat. That's what we need put together here. If I do this, go here. Nope. Hey, Oxhorn's live. So is The Escapist. And a few other people on my YouTube subscriptions are live. Your channel live. It's an old picture. The thumbnail for this? That'd be from my mother's basement, I believe. I think it is. Pretty sure it is. It's kind of how things happen in B. Okay, we have a way to monitor chat now. If I turn off auto rotate, that would be excelente. That would be super excellent. Is if I could make a notification somehow. But I think that's another day's problem. It'd be really cool for my PC to yell at me every time someone sends a chat message. But Restream's app has integrated itself with OBS. Instead of being a separate entity. Things I'm not going to download is from a non-trusted source. We'll figure it out eventually here. Does that make that better? I shouldn't have my delay. Shouldn't have the background sound either. I've always found it weird that a Restream makes it very hard to find their standalone app download. They used to have a freaking app that you could like just have overlay chats and everything on your screen and not even show up in the stream, so you could have it on the same monitor as your game. You never miss chat. Number one best software: Restream, multicasting, cross-platform, blah 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 blah. I don't know if they even still have it. Wonder if it's in the App Store? Question mark? My face is blue now, and I don't know why. It's true. Not gonna download any of those. That would be an insecure thing to do on my PC. Uh, I don't want to stream from my browser restream. What did I break? How can I be lying two places on two different things? That's terrifying. What have I done? Oh, what are this? Stream chat app? Aha! I found it. Restream, I love you guys to death, but you make it so effing hard to find stuff sometimes. Yeah, I know. There's a vacuum over there. I'm here trying to figure shit out. Because, as per usual, I start streams when I'm not ready. You know how that be. Always on top. So I'll log into this. Oh, I mean, I don't have a monitor to capture up anyway, so it's irrelevant. Just log on to my main monitor, and then we'll stroke right there. Have a good time with that. I'm trying to see if we can get Windows to scream at me every time someone enters a chat message, so I don't miss it while cleaning and not having my phone in front of my face. This is one hell of a captcha I've had to do. We're still going at it. It's like number 17 I've had to fill out. Okay, we're still filling out captchas. What the fuck? That was like 1,400 captchas I had to fill out. Oof, all of that to get an invalid password. They're gonna make me do captchas again. Verify buses till there are none left. Okay. This is the longest captchas I've ever had to do. It's like a little mini game in itself. Really? Caps lock's not on. Do I not even know my own login anymore? I mean, technically there's not a motorcycle in that frame. It's a dude's foot on a motorcycle. This whole entire captcha is bicycles. It's like a bicycle rack. Hey, I did it. Like 16th time of entering my password is top-notch king of the universe here. Settings. There used to be a way to notification, desktop notifications. Ooh, I can even do text-to-speech? Question is, what audio are you going to use? Testing? Blow some fucking speakers out? It's trying to use my main audio.
Big. Testing chat.
That's one way to do chat messages. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna give that a shot. That is good enough for me. Mute that, unmute this, we swap back over to this. If I do this, we're here. So I think I have a text reading chatbot. Which could read racial things, probably inappropriate. Yeah. Figure it out. All in due time. This is mainly just to test out this mic and how terrible it is with the fan and the rest of the world. And my garage is an absolute disaster. So it doesn't exactly hurt to test things out and force me to clean the garage. Aw, shizness. That plier was in a weird ass way. I brought shit over from the house. Apparently my hand is sticky. Not gonna ask why it's sticky because I have no idea. These go on the shelf as well. We bought calipers, wrench, pair of pliers, and the thing that you can draw circles with that I don't know what it's called. I think it's compass. I don't have a home yet. But I had no calipers. Went to a state sale specifically looking for calipers because that's the kind of shit they were getting rid of. We got fancy calipers. They're old, a little beaten. But you know what? They can measure shit and do the job. This 0 keeps changing on this one, so I don't think it works right.
AR. Compass.
Compass. Is that what these are? Because it's not even a proper draw circle. You can, like, I guess you can etch a circle. Super ancient. Super basic. Does it even focus? What? It was like $1. I was like, okay. I'll take your precisely machined old thing for like $1. You know, everything on this wall used to have a home. Now I have a bunch of empty hooks and I couldn't fucking tell you what used to be on them. Is this on there because it doesn't fit in the drawer it's supposed to fit in? Is that why? That would make sense. Nope, fits in the drawer. Why was it hanging on the wall? I don't freaking know. It don't make no sense. Is there a safe way to hang calipers on a wall? Based on how sensitive of things they are, they should probably go in a drawer. Not on the wall. I just need to remember those are in there. Pliers go there. You know, I don't have a place specifically for needle nose pliers. It's odd enough that I inherited like 2 garages, 3 people's tools, and not a single one of them had a proper pair of needle nose pliers. Figure that one out. Oh, my toolbox is a literal disaster zone. I've done like 6 random jobs at different locations. My house, the community center, outside. And I never put any of this shit back where it should go. I know wire strippers had a spot on the wall. You know, I like the idea that people have where you spray paint where everything goes so you can see the outline. But then I'd have to be like set in my ways because I move this thing around so much. It doesn't exactly fly. So those are Torx bits. Screwdriver, screwdriver, Allen wrench, Allen wrench, Allen wrench, Allen wrench. We're missing Torx bits. How bad is the audio? Am I too loud, too quiet? Okay, I know there's probably background noise, like a humming, because of the fan, and there's just static on this mic, and I can't figure it out. It's been like an hour and a half today fiddling with it. It just seems to be my old phone. There's also a chance my phone freaking died on me, because the battery sucks on it, and it was at 30% and immediately shut off. Extension, another extension, universal joint, universal. I don't know why I don't keep these Torx bits and stuff in this set. They don't technically have a spot in here. I could just keep the most common sizes in here. Because when you need the Torx bit and you don't have one, it fucking sucks. Or star point socket sets. I don't know why I call them Torx bits. You just do. It's like I went all the way to community center to fix an oven handle that I countersunk screws through the handle because it kept falling off. And I went to take off the back panel and it required star bits. And I was like, well, that's some bullshit. I had to come all the way home and grab them and go all the way back. Compass! Exclamation mark. You know, the chat bot that read that out loud did not do a great job with the exclamation mark point. Screws are going over there for now, and they are not getting organized. This is why my garage is a mess. Because I literally move stuff from one side to the other side, and I don't actually clean anything. I had a long screwdriver. Still do. It's off to the side. Apparently, I have a piece of a dog runner in here. Well, that's garbage. This is a sizing chart for screws and things. Sure, you can go right there. So I'll 100% remember to use you instead of just eyeballing the size of things and being wrong 4,700 times. Super old, absolutely shitty, half-destroyed knife. We have an impact attachment thingy. I don't even know what those are called. But it goes on an impact and attaches it to... Apparently I have two spark plug thingies. One's bigger than the other. But as I was saying, they go on impacts, so you can attach sockets to them. That is a 10. This is a 16. You are a 13 millimeter. 14 millimeter. A 1/2. The 1/2 is way out of position.
Hard pause. You are not really doing it right if you use the correct screw for the job every time.
Yeah, that's true as well. That is very true. 5/8, you're in the wrong ass spot too. Where the hell did I get a 5/8 socket from? It's not even one of the choices in this kit. The fuck? $12 millimeter. Apparently I had all those off by one. Here's 16. Ooh, this toolkit is old. Is that a 15 or a 16 spot? 10, 12, 13, 14. I think that's a 15. And then it jumps to a 17. But I have a 16 millimeter socket. The foot. Extra sockets, cool. This socket has a Loctite washer stuck in it. Guess I should take that out of that. If I can. I electrocuted myself today because I'm a fucking idiot. That was really fun. I was trying to fix the dryer again, and for whatever effing reason, I didn't unplug it. And I reached around back to the belts across an electric engine. And woof, my wrist. I don't think there's a mark. It still feels a little weird though. It's probably one of the bigger shocks I've ever gotten in my life. It's just pure stupidity. I've never ever worked on something without unplugging it before. And I went and did it today. Are these two 14mm identical sockets? 14 identical, cool. Why do I have duplicates of shit I don't really use? There's actually a spot for duplicates in here, but I thought they were different sizes. Whatever. Sure. Duplicates it goes. Those are the sockets they know you're going to use the most and lose the most. 8mm. Go over there. You know, if you just do this when you use them, it's a lot faster. I'm pretty sure I'm missing my 9mm socket completely. $10mm. It's multiple 10s. That's, yeah, I got lots of 10s. You are tiny, tiny. You are 3/16. One wrench. Just gonna assume you go there because I'm missing that spot's wrench. We got adhesive strips, a zip tie, another shitty zip tie, the tiniest screwdriver, not ever, but a tiny screwdriver. Two screwdriver end bits, drill bits, I don't know. Just gonna jam them in the super rusty slot. Electric tape can stay in here, spark plug gapper can stay in here. And we got big boy sockets. 17. So, I replaced the lawnmower blades, the spindle, and a bunch of other crap on the lawnmower. So if I had to guess where all my missing sockets are, or some of them, they're going to be all over the floor here. Why would I pick up after myself, except for a week later? Because that's how it be. Okay, got another thingy of Allen wrenches. Which I like to keep in here is these like little rubber plastic flip out ones. But you never know when you're going to need one. They're not the best to actually use, but if you have to choose between not having one and having one of those, I'll always choose one of these shitty things. I actually originally bought them to keep underneath my motorcycle seat. And they've actually been used quite a few times out on the road with the motorcycle. So it looks like I am missing a 15, a 9, and a 7. You know, I should take notes and go to the store and buy those. And you know, it's actually a lot harder to get a socket out of that when it's not actually on said impact. Here's 17. The biggest this goes up to is a 17. Which is what I said you are. But you're too big to go in that slot. Okay. I have a bunch of like Pittsburgh bits and pieces that all go in a drawer over here. I am missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like 23 of my sockets. But I have had this Sears toolkit for I think I got it around 18, 17, maybe 19. 36 now. It's a long time. And it's gone a lot of different houses with me, a lot of different places. It's got multiple sets in it. And I'm 99% sure it's had replacement ones put in it as well. And I don't think any of my extra sockets in here will be the ones I'm missing. But you know what? Fuck it. We'll check. Because you got backups, you got backups. I know I've gone through these before. And they were just the ones I was already had in there instead of the ones I was missing. I actually have these socket trays and shit that I could put these in. But nope, they're all just free balling it in there. Free balling. You're a 9. 13. 14? Am I missing 14? No, I said 15, 17. Shucks. And I said a 7. I'm missing that one too. Ooh, I'm missing a 9. I have a 9. Ooh, but I've got a 9 of the wrong size. Fuck a duck. Here are 7/15. 9/16. Nah, this one bigger than that. Why do you look so far out of place? That's because you are. You're 3/4. You shouldn't even be in this toolkit, apparently. The fuck? Too many sizes, and none of them are the right one. Like, I know that belongs in this toolkit, but it doesn't have a spot. But it's identical to all the ones that are in there. As you can tell by the design difference of which ones are from my Sears kit, which ones are from other Sears kits. Yeah, none of these are the ones I need. But I knew that. Throwing them all back in the drawer. I have to make a trip to Harbor Freight and buy all of the sockets. Just ignore. That wasn't super loud. I'm a dirty mess. Daddy, bye. Had a baby shower the other day. We got so much shit, it's not even funny. Put all of the extensions back in here. Because, like, personally, I don't think you can ever have too many in your toolkit. Unless it can't shut. And then maybe it's too many. I have 3 of...
We still love you, dirty mess or not.
Aw, thanks, Parth. Much appreciated. But we have so much baby shit, the house is completely full of crap. Another screwdriver, but I'm out of view now. Got bolt cutters. Drill press can just chill. All this shit doesn't need to be plugged in though. It just uses power. Except for that one. That one is my desk. My secondary desk. The desk I use to charge all my recording shit.
When are you guys due?
6 weeks, 6-ish weeks, plus or minus, whenever. It's supposed to be the week Starfield comes out. Figure that one out. I think actually the day early access for Starfield is. It's my daughter's due date. She's inconsiderate, damn it. Should respect that our father is a hardcore gamer. Nope. But that's how it be. Oh, I think technically I usually keep you on the end of my impact. Stick that on the end of the impact. You know, I move the impact around a lot, but I never put it where it belongs. There you go. One impact in the spot it belongs. I got a paint scraper. I don't even know what this is called. Like a spackle knife, I think. What did I last use this? Oh, I know what's on it. There's metal caulking, metal roof caulking all over it. Old lawnmower belt, so I replaced that on the lawnmower too. I got degreaser from me servicing all of our fans. Should I open one of these Pine air fresheners for in here so it doesn't just smell like fucking shitty garage all the time? Close up. Good job. The door where this goes is literally next to the phone. What percent battery is the phone at also? Like, how's it doing over here? Is it dying? It's actually holding the charge. It's at 78 now, so it's going up with the battery pack and streaming. Sweet. Spackle knives I don't have a home for. A lot of the stuff over here I don't per se have a home for. We've just been keeping painting and spackling stuff all over the fucking house because we use it in so many different places. And these fuses, which I had to buy some of every fuse they had because I wasn't sure what it took to get our generator running again. Why am I missing a screw drawer? Where would that even go? Bought a screw organizer at a yard sale. It's probably from the 40s. It's like a little box with 60,000 drawers. They were all there the other day. Now there's one just missing. Worst part is I know which one is missing, and I know I used it.
Yeah. No screwdriver. Are you saying all your screws are loose?
Not all of them, Karth, just some. So I got wood screws, more wood screws, different size wood screws, miscellaneous screws, more miscellaneous screws of bigger size, more miscellaneous screws of larger size, self-tapping screws, drywall screws, short, fat miscellaneous drawer, and we got some bolts, nails, different types of nails, different sizes of nails, bigger bolts, huge screws, small screws, finishing screws. But it's not even actually a screw drawer that's missing, if I'm going to be technical. It's a drawer full of miscellaneous medium to small size bolts. And medium would depend on who you are and what you do. Because like if you work on coal mining vehicles, then these are probably miniature screws to you. Because they use bolts like this. They're like 5 inches long. That's a little generous. They're like 4. And 2 inches wide, clear, full of shit. I'm more just confused where I could have put it. What could I have done with it? I don't know. It was like 5 days ago I did that project. I'm acting like it's just gonna freaking appear out of thin air if I keep looking in the same spot. Because I wouldn't have gone that far with it. Let me just check here again for the 37,000th time. Couldn't physically fit under there, but you know what? You check it. Well, ADHD brain streaks again, because I could not even begin to tell you where said drawer has gone. But if you keep cleaning, there's a chance you will find it. Or I can just keep looking around everywhere, desperate, confused. Went to an estate sale, bought those things. I bought a Dremel. Apparently it came with a whole bunch of stuff inside of the case as well. Got tons of different polish epoxies in here and tubes, a bunch of attachments. I think the bag that originally comes with the Dremel, because if I remember correctly, my dad had a Dremel growing up. And I would open it and there's this bag that came with like 30,000 attachments in it. But I spent $65. I got a chainsaw, a Dremel. I got a bin of like 100 drill bits, just miscellaneous, huge bin. The 2 compasses, a compass, the 2 calipers, needle nose pliers. There's something else. Fuck me if I can remember. But like it's an old Stihl chainsaw. It's worth way more than $25. And it's unfortunate to say the woman's husband had a heart attack and passed away quite suddenly. So she was trying to get rid of a lot of his tools and stuff, and they were like really trying to get that stuff out. Like, price to sell. I need to throw away some of this crap. Like this old DeWalt like 12 volt battery system. You can't even buy batteries for anymore. They don't even make them. It's just dying. It's a piece of shit. And I have a better one right behind it. But alas, I keep it. It was free. It's handed to me. I don't need it. Is that the drawer Allen wrenches go in? No. They go in the screwdriver drawer. I took all of them. Like every Allen wrench I own. Take a grinder. I had one of these discs blow up on me the other day because I was being a fucking idiot. And by the other day, I mean like 3 months ago. But it's close enough. A giant cast iron pot and a hose holder. The cast iron pot is rusted so badly because we used it on top of our wood stove for a while. It's not the pot to just let water sit and boil in 24/7 all winter long. So should it be as destroyed as it is? Very much so. It was a very nice pot before that. But I need to go at it with a grinder wheel, bring it all the way back down to metal, then season it again and see if there's even enough left of it to salvage. I got planers, a drywall planer, really expensive, big old Stanley planer from my wife's grandfather, I believe. It's a woodworker. the fuck is in this bag? Oh, yeah, that's shit we don't talk about. That is just all, I repeat, all of the cupboards hardware. And it's shit. It's from old ass cupboards. But I took all the hardware out and put it in the bag and I kept it. Why? Couldn't fucking tell you. Old lawnmower blade, don't need anymore. That belongs in the Dremel case. That is why that is weird and out of place to me. Little hose bits. Got grease tubes for a smaller grease gun than I bought, and I already opened them, so I can't return them. So, someday I will not use these grease tubes, like ever. So I'm gonna put them in a drawer, and they can die a terrible death in that drawer. And my daughter can inherit them, fucking 20 years from now. Hopefully I live longer. That's a grim prediction of life there. Only gonna live 20 more years, boys. We're going out at 50. 56. We done. In 50 years. Let's go 50. 70. Let's live past 100. Let's beat my grandma, my great grandma. She did 98. I would have to start not just cleaning the garage, but working out every day. You know when things break and you keep bits of them to maybe fix them one day? Then you find that bit like a year or two later, and you couldn't even begin to tell what that bit originally went to? It's going in the trash. So I have no freaking idea. Got 2-cycle mixed gas. And the spot where you're supposed to go, I put extension cords. Because I didn't know where else to put them. You know, if I was smart, I would take the extension cords. I would take that hose holder I have and put the hose holder on the wall, then fill it with extension cords. Smart is not what I do. Oh, apparently these have brass screws to mount them as well. Well, I went and got screws to mount them. Well, screw me. Get it? They're too damn small to fit where they need to go anyways. I'm still so confused at what I did with an entire bolt drawer. And they're like kind of fragile because they're so old. You know, I have a trap on the ground over here from a while ago, and it looks like it's been triggered. And I hope the animal I was trying to catch isn't in it, because I would feel so bad. Okay, good, he's not. I was gonna say, I couldn't remember if I set it off or not, and I did. But there was a flying squirrel that liked to run around back there. I was trying to catch him. Never did. Man, I'm missing a vault drawer. It's so odd. Found a screwdriver. There's only so many surfaces in the whole fucking garage. There's no way I took it with me. So I took out 3 of the bolts I needed, screwed up one, cut the other 2 to length because they were way too long and it's all I had for the makeshift job. I went through it looking for nuts that fit, and the only ones I had were those shitty square ones. So I used those to fix the oven there. And I told the lady that runs the community center if it comes undone, I'll go spend $40 and, what, 40? Like 40 cents. And buy 2 Loctite nuts to put on it. It's like my drill press is over here out of view of camera. And this is where I did most of that project. But like I cut things to length to measure the distance right here. Hey, another screwdriver. Hey, there's not room for you on that wall, screwdriver. That means you're relegated to the drawer. I brought over a bunch of sandpaper from the house. Goes in the sandpaper drawer. Just surprisingly full. Oddly enough, all the people that I got hand-me-downs from had a shit ton of sandpaper. You almost went in to the trash can, but it didn't. It's like 80 degrees. I think it's like 81 in here. There's too many bugs outside for me to open the windows and get a draft going in here. I desperately want like a vehicle bay screen so I could leave that open more often because it's freaking beautiful having that open. Plastic bits for cars, oil filters, wheel polish, measuring cup, drill press head. I don't know what you are, so we're just going to put you with the drill press thing. Swanson Speed Square. I'm sure it had a home at one point. So I do remember it being hung up and on this wall. To where on this wall? We do not know. Now its home is over there. I just keep the shitty knife in the Sears kit because it's nice to bring a knife with you for a job. Should also keep a Leatherman in there, but I also keep a Leatherman on the wall and I only have one of them. I'm guessing these batteries are dead. There's 3 different types of AAA batteries here. More screws, more bolts that are miscellaneous. Throw them on that thing, because move clutter from one spot to another instead of cleaning. Two for 2. 3 for 3. All batteries have been professionally shot into the trash can. Envelope, don't need you, you're garbage. Holy crap, this is my 17.5-inch dildo receipt. Actually, it's a John Deere GY21641 cable 107SD. Because the freaking engagement cable broke also on the John Deere. The John Deere basically exploded in step. Spindle stripped. Put it back together with the new spindle, new blades. Belt snaps off. No, not belt. Engagement cable snaps. So put a new engagement cable on. Belt snaps. Put a new belt on. As of right now, she runs. But it was just one of those like cascading problems, which are all probably from me doing it wrong, putting it back together. And then I replaced the idler wheel or whatever on the dryer. And then the belt exploded, so I probably did that wrong too. Belts have not been my strong suit the last few weeks. You know, it's weird that I'm missing the smallest wrench out of here. Because I know for a fact I've had all the wrenches in here. Even like last week. I don't really use it much. Now I'm missing one. It always falls out of its spot because it's too small and the lid's bent a little. I really want to put this back on my truck. It's been on my to-do list for like a year and a half, and I hate that I never did. And I never did originally because I needed self-tapping screws. Because all the ones that were with it were rusted out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got them. I've had them. I bought them a while ago. One, two, three, 4. If I put them in it, put it over here, it probably won't get done, but it's closer to getting done. Cool. That's my logic of that one. I have a bunch of bags and paper towels from cleaning up freaking oil while doing the fans. Like once or twice a year I take some of our most used fans, the one we sleep with and the one in here. I take them apart, degrease them, clean them real good, then re-oil them, put them back together. Makes a huge difference on like the speed and the air they push out. It's surprising. Before I learned to do it, I used to replace the fans like once a year because we just use them so much. Got another random bag. At some point I'm gonna have to tackle this floor situation and I'm not looking forward to it. But I scraped off the underside of a lawnmower. And it's a mess. And I lost a bolt while doing the throttle or the engagement cable for the lawnmower. And I had to blow out the entire lawnmower of dirt, dust, debris, dead grass, and it went all over the garage. But I found it. It took me 40 minutes to find a bolt I dropped in a 10-minute job. It was the hardest part of the whole thing. And I had to take like half the lawnmower apart to find it. And I didn't have a replacement for it. But you could still argue it would have been faster to go to the store and buy a new one. And just leave it floating around the freaking lawnmower. Could have argued it. I was by myself. No one was here to argue it. But you could. I have a gun to a bauble. Not about a pop figure. Am I ever going to fix it? I'm pretty sure I threw the whole pop figure away. Because it fell. Whatever. If I didn't, if I find it, it's going away now. Because I just threw away her arm. I should probably open this side so it doesn't get moldy. I'm pretty sure it's good. But I did use it for Diablo 4's launch. I'm pretty sure I left it open for a while, but got paint spackler that is covered in metal roofing caulk. Because it sucks when you get your caulk everywhere and it just gets messy and it's a pain in the ass to clean. Especially when you don't keep your caulk like a nice, you never know. Sometimes you put it some places and you shouldn't have. So we're gonna clean the caulk off of this spackling knife. It's a good spackling knife too. This thing's gone through fucking hell and back. And I have learned my lesson over life to always, if possible, always use a razor away from yourself, never towards yourself. Same with sharp-ass knives. Also the whole lesson of whatever force you're using to cut, if you slip, that's what's going to go into you. That's why sharp knives are technically safer than dull knives. It's actually cleaned up really, really nice. If only we had a home for you. However, I don't know what belongs on this hook, so I'm just going to put that on it. Pretty sure my brushes used to be stacked together, now they're all apart separately. And the last person to get a brush was my wife. But I feel like blaming my pregnant wife for screwing up my brushes. It's opening up a can of worms that I don't need to open up because I screw up way more in the house of hers. So, hey, there's a socket on the ground. Is this one of my missing sockets? I guarantee you it is. Hey, it's a 15 millimeter we were missing. Now I'm down to missing like 22 total sockets of my said Sears kit. Something's not right here with the way these are fitting. 10, 12. You're supposed to be a 13. You are a 13, so you're supposed to go there. And you're supposed to go... You're a 14, so you belong in that same spot too. Why are these hitting weird in here then? Huh. And there's certainly not room for a 16 on the edge. I don't know. Couldn't tell you why all of a sudden my sockets don't fit even though they're the right sizes. Sure don't make no sense. So we're approaching the limit of my cleaning potential due to moving clutter around to the point where one spot is dirtier and another spot's kind of clean. But I've got some things out over there that I'm in the middle of projects with. And I know what those projects are and I desperately need to get them done. Because one of them, my wife put a lot of time and effort into a chair. And it's down to my part to make the mechanism work again, and I've been putting it off for like 4 months. And she put a lot of time and effort in sanding it all, and finishing it all, and repainting it all, and it looks really good. And I feel bad. Like I feel guilty for not getting it done right away, and she's still waiting. Feel guilty. So I've got a whole bunch of bits out for that. Swanson's Blue Book. Roofing and stairway layouts. There's actually a stairway I need to do, maybe. This could actually be useful. Old motorcycle plates. Cotton balls. You don't think cotton balls have a home? How about on top of the rag bucket? Sounds okie dokie to me. I'm a sweaty fucking mess. Bolts, washers, little bits. Garbage. If I remember correctly, this is the positive battery pullout on a Saab. Why the fuck is it here? It may not be a Saab. It's a positive battery pullout to something. That's what happens when you inherit other people's stuff. You don't know if it's your bits or their bits. So then you keep all the bits. I know I'm off camera again, but I'm just gonna wrap up my air hose. So I think I'm done with it for this second. Even though I should probably blow out my PC again because of how much dust and dirt was flying everywhere when I cleaned out the tractor, the underside. Now I'm looking at ratchet straps that need to get wrapped up properly. I think I might leave those two other ratchet straps in here. I don't know where I'd put them or why I'd leave them in here. But I have them set up for the perfect length right now for raising a John Deere tractor. Put a chain between the two lift arms. Attach the ratchet straps to the front axles of the John Deere because I don't have this specialized tool to lift the John Deere in the air. What the hell is going on with these ratchet straps and why? Okay, we are not just going to simply undo this one. Well, maybe we are. I don't even know. There's probably like a proper way to do this, and I have no idea. I just make them kind of okayly wrapped. And then I wrap them around themselves and just jam them in a cubby hole behind my truck seat. And call it a day! And I think like every single one is wrapped slightly different. And it's probably atrocious to someone. It's kind of atrocious to me as well. But it's what I have done. Because I never learned. Could always Google it. Some like tricky way to make these things super compact. Like a super easy way to wrap them up so they're easily deployable. Because like I know there's a bunch of truckers and tow vehicles and haulers that use these things like non-stop all the time. So I bet someone somewhere has a tutorial guide of how to quickly do these in a sensical way. What do we got here? I got safety glasses. I've got part of a spring to a plow. Will I ever need this spring? No, I won't need the spring. Throw it away. Don't be a hoarder. Throw it away! I'm bringing it to my scrap metal bucket while yelling at myself to throw it away, because sometimes you're not in control of your own body. No, it is now in my scrap bin. Safety goggles or glasses are back on their hook. Things I don't use as much as I should, especially weed whacking. Every time I weed whack, I get like smacked in the face with plants at like 200 miles an hour. And I always tell myself, one of these days, I'm gonna lose a fucking eye weed whacking. And then I still don't wear them. I do the stupid guy thing of just squinting. Like squinting fucking matters.
Hard pose. I found a video of how to put away straps, LOL.
Nice. So, there's always a way. Someone's always got a good tutorial. Chain goes over there. Now, because I'm taking all this shit apart, I guarantee one of those John Deeres is going to die again. Spindle that is stripped for a John Deere tractor. Apparently, if you jam a blade in the dirt or hit a big enough rock, the spindle breaks. Because God forbid they put, like, I can't remember what they're called. Breakaway bolts? It's not what they're called. They have a name. The bolts that have a little slit in them, so when you hit something with like a snowblower, they snap. Shear pins? Like, I don't know how strong of a shear pin you'd have to put in a lawnmower to attach the blades, or it would break before the spindle strips, because the spindle is a pain in the ass to replace. Or they could just attach it with 2 bolts, like a normal folk, instead of like a geared, special John Deere mechanism to attach it that's machined into the spindle. But, you know, copyright laws and monopolizing repairs, and John Deere being the leading right to repair defendant because they hate people. Just taking a drink of water. Ranting about how much I hate John Deere. But I've gotten 2 of their tractors. I have a D10, and I think we just got like a TL160 for free. And like, you can't complain with free, right? That's not the drawer that goes in. I thought it was. So, garage is still an ever-living fucking disaster. This is usually where I call on my wife and ask for help, because I've officially just moved clutter from one spot to another. And then she doesn't understand how I don't know how to clean. But I do the ADHD thing of just moving clutter around. Then she comes over and asks me a bunch of times, where does this go? And I said, I don't know. If I knew, I would put it there. Do-do-do. And then she gets slightly frustrated. Because she doesn't know either. And then we part ways again and the garage is still a mess. It's only happened twice. Ba-da-ba-ba. There's been like 4 or 5 jobs I've gone to do lately where I didn't even know where some of my tools were. So at least a lot of those are back where they're supposed to be. I think I need to do a wander around the yard to the different carports, to the different shelves in the house, the utility closets. So I think I've got some random miscellaneous tools. I think I've got some in a wheelbarrow. I've got some on a tool bench out under the carport. And I think there's some in the house. And I think there's some in the basement too. Cool, I swept it into a pile. Look at me, I'm a professional. Professional cleaner. Now I think you're supposed to use a dustpan as the next step to all of the shindigs. My old school witch's broom. It's painted blue, but it's like the proper hay. Paint's all worn off. If you slide it too hard up and down, you get some splinters. You should wear protection when you're gonna, you know, careful where you put your cock. It's basically what we're getting at here.
Well, you've motivated me to get back to work. Good luck cleaning.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad I can motivate you by boring you enough, Karthos. Thanks for stopping by. As I ramble. So I need to practice just talking to a baby 24/7. Because you're supposed to give like 10,000 unique words like a week or some shit, my wife says. I should also practice not swearing as much. But I've been trying to work on that for years. And it has its ups and its downs. Sometimes you do some good cussing. Progress. It's kinda. If I leave, what's over here? I got a bunch of wrenches. I got a hammer. The garage has a little side room attached to it. Like, supposed to be for keeping gardening stuff. So far I found 2 hammers, a bunch of wrenches, a weed whacker, a leaf blower, a part of my truck, wheels to a grill that broke off, some Flex Seal, spindle of wire, some big rope that's usually hanging on the wall there, a level that's usually hanging on the wall in the garage, and we have some wire cutters. Also, I think I found my missing drawer. And I don't think it's the drawer I thought I was missing. It is certainly not the drawer I thought I was missing. And why that drawer is in here, I can only assume it's from building a doghouse. And that was a while ago. So I'm happy I went on a giant rant. Specifically about the drawer that was missing, and it turns out to not even be the drawer that was missing. There's so many hammers, and the fact that there's like none in the garage is terrifying. Because I have one semi-good hammer in here, then I've got the hammer that's held together by tape, then the hammer that's held together by nails. And I've got like 3 metal hammers, like solid metal ones. Also, none of them are in here. I know one of them is hanging out of my underwear and sock drawer next to my bed from putting the bedroom back together after fixing a roof leak, hence the story about the roof caulking. So where the fuck is the drawer with the bolts? If it is here, I swear I didn't see it. So that's why I assumed that was the one that was missing. Ah, it's that one. Too shy. Defeated by my own organization sometimes. Go figure. Well, these are giant screws. They're like 6-inch screws. I use them to build a bench. I use them to build a doghouse out of giant, like, rail trusses. Tin snips are wonderful because for some reason that industry has standardized putting a loop on the handle so they can just be hung on the wall so easily. If I was OCD, I would put these wrenches in an order, smallest to biggest. But I'm not, so I'm a heathen, and I have just thrown them up on the wall willy-nilly. Put my grandfather's old level back up. I know he's already a great-grandfather, I believe, but like, it's weird thinking of my grandfather as a great-grandfather. It makes me miss my other grandparents a lot. I really wish they had lived long enough to see their great-granddaughter. At least for a few years. But we are naming her after my grandmother. And a lot of weird similarities, I guess, between the two of them, which is kind of creepy. Like, even at their birth stages, some of the circumstances are about the same, which is crazy. And we didn't even know it. My mother told me after we had already chosen a name for the child, and she wondered if that was why. And I said, no. We didn't even know those things about Grandma. And then her friend we had a baby shower yesterday, commissioned a blanket that is like a super nice, fine, hand-made quilt of like cotton that my grandmother had a few blankets like that in her house, and I remember them. Everyone remembers them, and like it almost made me cry when I opened them here. My wife actually told me the full story because I wasn't at the full baby shower. And I was like, damn. Because I remember those blankets specifically from her house. It's very pretty. And we're having a daughter. I think I said that. I don't know. Depends when you shop around. Got about 6 weeks. Gotta get shit done before my daughter shows up. Then I get to spend a lot of time taking care of a baby, which kind of... Nervous isn't the right word. Scared's not the right word. It's just like... Never been big on babies. Adolescents, teens, love them. Love fucking with them. Love playing their games. Love feeding their curiosities. Babies, I'm a big guy. I'm like a huge dude. I'm 6'3", 300 plus pounds sometimes, depending on the day. Whew, I'm hot. Like, I don't want to accidentally crush a baby. That's like a bad day. My baby, whole different story. I don't want to crush him, but like, you gotta. So, we'll roll with that. I'm hot. And the garage is still a fucking disaster. I feel like I did nothing, but I did something. All at the same time. The bike should go in the corner, but the camera's where the bike goes, so that's not going to happen right now. So it's super inconvenient where it is. But I didn't feel like backing it into its little corner when I took it out the other day. There's like another weird thing where it's like, should I take the motorcycle out when I'm having a daughter? Probably not. It almost killed me a few times. Been in a coma once because of it. Same bike too. I also was going to stream till 4. So what time is it? Because it's our wife and I's 11, 12 year anniversary. Not for when we got married, but when we met. Oh, that's 2 minutes away. Well then. Ain't that a fun little coinky-dink? But I sit down kind of done with this task for this moment in time. I'll have to pick it up tomorrow probably. Oh, let's come sit right in front of a fan with the lapel mic on and just get some beautiful, sexy background noise. What if I go over to here? And then if I do this, and then if I do this, should be good.
I'm out of paper towels in here. And I just want to wipe my face. I am dripping sweat. Just show off some belly. Ah, pure whiteness of my skin. Well, ironic, is also my last name. So many jokes to be made. Oh, I wonder what the battery life and all the stuff on this phone is. See how it did when I first tested my new mobile setup. It really sucks that I smashed my old phone in a car trunk and shattered it to bits, so it's not even usable. And it costs so much to repair them. Because I kind of rely on my previous generation's phone to do the live streaming out of. So I'm using a Pixel, like the original Pixel. And this thing is old. And its battery is hot fucking garbage. Power's hot fucking garbage. It does, however, have a headphone jack. Very rare nowadays on a phone. Because of that, I can use my Hollanday setup. Right here, use a lapel mic. I have a transmitter in my pocket. A wireless lapel mic setup that I use for what I use my good camera with my phone, and the phone can mobile stream. And that's what I was curious about. So these things have like an hour or two battery life. The little guys, and there's two of them. And this thing, I'm guessing, has a 6-ish hour, maybe 8 hour, based on how long I've been streaming. An hour and a half. So this is probably 5 hours. They come with a case that they all sock into, and the case recharges them, and the case itself is rechargeable. So at some point, I would have to swap out the second one here, because these die way before that dies. But I really, really love this system. I think it's amazing. Thought it was cheaper than it was. I feel like I got it on a really, really good sale, because like I looked them up a while ago, and I was like, what? Like $400 or $500, and I don't remember. I just don't see myself spending that much money on it because it's not gonna happen. I feel like I got them like a Black Friday or something for like a stupid good deal. Because my friend was talking about starting a car YouTube channel, and I was like, you should think about getting yourself some of these. The fan's not blowing right in the mic right now. And I know the Yeti's noise cancellation is set way higher than I have my phone set to. Because the phone... I guess I could stop this shit now. When I'm mobile streaming, I think half of the stream is what I'm doing. So like when you're video game streaming, you have the game sounds and you have things going on as well as you're talking. So you want the mic to cut out and hard mute when you're not talking, so there's not like this extra feedback in the background. And like I could set up my lapel mic the same way, but then it would just be pure silence all the time. Unless I talk. And it's like if I'm walking through the woods, if I'm cutting shit with a chainsaw, if I'm tromping through just shit or doing stuff around the garage, like you need that ambient sound of like the tools hitting each other and the banging on the desks and things like that. So I don't have the sound set to just be muted all the time. And I'll tell you what, streaming on an old phone like this thing turns into a fucking ball of lava. This thing is so hot. Which sucks because I hate not having a rubber case on it because, like, I really don't want this phone to break. It's the only way I've got to mobile stream with this current setup. I can make the Hollanday mics work on other phones that don't, but you can't charge them at the same time because you have to plug it in to use them. And I have the adapter, but then you can't charge it. If you're not charging your phone, live streaming on a phone absolutely hammers the battery. And on my, I don't know why I'm ranting about myself, but on my tripod, I have a giant battery pack put to it. I'm gonna plug that into the phone. Keep it going. I should probably plug that in to charge. I got my little sack where I keep all of the bits for the cell phone. I said bits for the cell phone. It's all the bits for the holiday mics. I've got the little fuzzies that can go on the end of the lapels. I've got a bunch of the bits and bobs and cords. They're all in a nice sack. Who doesn't like a nice sack? By the way, everyone, I do appreciate you all so much checking out. Don't leave stuff, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification. Thank you for watching me. My back, clean a garage. I spent most of the time with my back to the camera, and I will see you all in the next one. Take figure out. I'm gonna have to go rewatch this myself and see how the audio did, because I have no way to live monitor it. Well, also live streaming it myself. Otherwise, you get a lot of feedback, and then it just goes, and no one wants that. And I said my goodbyes, and I'm still here because I'm putting the magnet plate back in the back of the phone, because apparently I took that out. I have to go to that webpage and hit end stream.